Mr. Haile Gerima.
How are you, my brother?
How you doing, sir?
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm fine.
Now, it's a pleasure. We met years ago, but it's a pleasure to finally get you in the studio to talk all about your great work. Of course, you got the brand new film out right now.
Yes, it's called Teza, and it's shot in Ethiopia, 80% of it, and in Germany. It's about really the displacement of African intellectuals both at home and abroad. So it's basically a film that speaks about those Africans or intellectuals who go abroad to study science, technology, and then the film poses the question of is this a mechanical mission where you go to bring something, and is it culturally implicated? Are we being educated right, or does our education fit, or is it just dogma? All these things are kind of flushed out in the film.
So what made you want to go after that subject matter in Teza?
Well, because the continent, as you see, especially after the whole Pan-African movement that was led by Nkrumah, Nasser, Haile Selassie, that giant period of Pan-Africanists, Du Bois, Garvey, we now find our continent with much more educated elite, but completely in a very chaotic situation where we are not constructing our own life, our own mission. We're not being innovative. Are we just being imitative? Should it be a continent of just disaster, or for the interest of other forces that are global? Could we come up with a mission that is innovative towards the interest of the African people? These are like very current and important discussions, and as you know, Africa is going to be a central disputed territory for China, the United States, and all the developed countries, and it's not accidental. We seem to live in one of the richest continents, but the people get nothing except poverty and disease.
Richest and the poorest at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous. Now, you can see this film. It's going to be showing tonight, 3 times daily, 1:30, 4:45, 8:15. It's going to be playing at 5612 Connecticut Avenue. That is Avalon, correct?
The Avalon Theater is daily 3 shows.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the website for the movie is Teza, that's T-E-Z-A, themovie.com. That's T-E-Z-A, themovie.com. So what kind of challenges did you have in making this film?
Well, it's the same in terms of what you find with the African American cinema. I've practiced filmmaking here and in Africa. The problem is the same, where we don't have black producers. We have producers who are interested looking at Africa as a jungle where white characters meet to fall in love, and we are the sidekicks of the movies. And so economically, there is not an economic production company that's interested in producing African films, unless it is the usual, the modern Tarzan kind of movie, more digitized in modern context, but the same nevertheless. And so when you step and say, well, I want to tell my story, because in my view, African people, wherever we are, if we don't begin to tell our own story, we will continue to inherit a discontinued or disconnected generation that always feels it's starting black history, black action, black anything. And so for me, telling story gives a sense of continuity to the future generation.